Well, you may have already heard that the number of children diagnosed with autism has been rising and rising sharply. About 1 in 165 children have the disorder. There's no known cure. And that's led some parents to an unconventional and expensive new therapy. Our Joanna Remiliotis found a one-of-a-kind treatment center that's just opened in Canada, and it is raising the hopes of many parents.
Well, time is my worst enemy.
It's 6 a.m., and even in the early morning calm, there's an urgency, a fear. Sasha Anjic is racing against time.
He gets this one, after 1 minute, that one, and then another minute, that one.
Every morning, Anjic gently coaxes her 5-year-old son, Nicolas, awake. And she keeps waking him again and again to give him 17 vitamins and supplements. Nicolas is autistic.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
And Anjic is desperately trying to do what doctors told her was impossible. She's trying to find a cure.
Like, I'm terrified. Like, every morning when I wake up, like, when I look back what I did the day before, it's like, it's not enough, it's not enough. Can sleep now? Tell me, is this yummy?
Nicolas was a normal baby until autism struck at age 2. That's when he started to fade away into a world of his own.
Okay, sit down, Nicolas. Okay, shoes.
And that's when Anjic vowed to do anything to get him back.
Bye, see you later. When I see Nicolas, like, it's almost, I feel like he's trapped inside. It's almost like there is a little man trapped inside of that mask of autism. And I think he wants to get out too.
Can I have the green?
Sure, nice asking.
Doctors told Nicolas' mother he would be autistic for the rest of his life and recommended the standard treatment offered in most provinces, intensive behavioral therapy.
Oh, good throw. You can pick the chicken or the monkey.
The therapy is proven to help children focus, engage.
I want the chicken.
But it targets the symptoms of autism.
Spelled duck.
Nicolas' mother wants to do more. She wants to treat what causes it. So beyond the thousands of dollars that go to Nicolas' vitamins, Anjic is spending thousands more on this. It's new, unproven, but Anjic believes it could be a missing piece of the puzzle.
I just thought, like, maybe we should try this one. I was really excited because it looked different than anything else. It doesn't come with a spoon.
Every day after school, Anjic slides into a hyperbaric oxygen chamber with Nicolas. For 2 hours, he breathes in pure oxygen, and she breathes in hope.
If he can get just a little bit better, so we can work with him to help him get out of this shell of autism.
Spending hours in oxygen chambers like these is fast becoming the latest alternative treatment for children with autism, the newest step in what's called a biomedical approach to the disorder, an approach that suggests environmental factors like vitamin deficiencies, food allergies, and even a lack of oxygen cause autistic symptoms. In an era where rates of autism are skyrocketing, the promise that something as simple as vitamins or air can help is fueling an industry of hope.
We opened in March. We were already booked. Every day we have probably 6 inquiries of people going, I just heard about your center, I'm just new to this. We only have 1 spot available at 7 o'clock.
With an autistic child of her own, Lara Lynn Harris also refused to stop where conventional medicine does. Lynn Harris helped open this center just 2 months ago. It's devoted to treating autistic children with alternative methods. It's the only one of its kind in Canada.
We're looking at treating the whole body for recovery, not just to treat the symptom. You know, something's wrong, let's look at what's wrong and let's fix that.
Sweetheart, you're making too much noise. You're making too much noise.
This is the first time Penny Panopoulos has come to the center. Her visit begins with a naturopath who works here.
Please come and sit down.
Her son Yanni is doing behavioral therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, but her hold on him seems to get looser by the day.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for help. I'm looking for somebody to help my little boy.
And we're going to try to find out some of the things that I, as a naturopathic doctor, would think may be contributing to why he's autistic.
It's the first time Panopoulos is hearing there may be a reason, maybe a remedy.
He needs help. I think it's going to come from within. There's something wrong with him. He must be toxic. It's true what they're saying sometimes, that they're full of toxic waste, and that's why they don't function properly. So maybe he needs to be detoxed, you know, so that's why I've come here now.
Scott Clack devotes most of his practice to treating autistic children. He's one of a growing number of healthcare providers who believes targeting lifestyle and environmental factors could help.
Well, biomedical is really just implying that there's something organic that is causing the health problem. Then there are food problems or infections that can be, in essence, causing the symptoms of autism. And so if we can identify what those are and then prescribe treatments that match up with that, we should be able to have some degree of impact.
Clack routinely prescribes dietary changes, detoxification, and most recently, oxygen therapy. Oxygen therapy is used to help increase blood flow in stroke victims. And a small study published in a biomedical journal last year suggests 40 sessions can do the same in autistic children.
Part of their brains, the ones that aren't working for, say, speech processing or cognitive functioning, are oxygen deprived. And under using hyperbaric oxygen therapy, if they can now get that oxygen to the brain where it's needed and turn it on, all of a sudden the brain will start working.
But other than that one study, there's not much research that supports oxygen therapy. Leading autism experts say what does exist is quackery. But it's the anecdotes, the personal stories, that seem to be proof enough to parents. On this day, Nicolas finishes his last of 40 sessions, or what are called dives.
And this is after 7 dives. Like, it's a big difference. It's almost like he matured.
His handwriting has improved dramatically. But what left his mother speechless was something else. He started doing something autistic children often don't do. He started playing with other children.
I was just like, yes, finally. It was like a proof that we were taking right steps.
Skeptics insist there is no evidence to suggest Nicolas' progress is anything but a fluke. But we talked to 3 other families who all say oxygen therapy made a difference in their children. Michelle Elliott's son is Thomas.
Go, go, go! Go!
So when somebody says hello to him, he's saying hello back, which is new for him. He's socializing with the kids here. They've been playing tag, ring around the rosy.
Lara Lynn Harris's son is Quinn. You'll remember, she helped open this center.
Before, my son was responses, 2 questions, 1 word. To have him actually be pointing out different things, to show me different things, you know, full sentences. Like, it was fantastic.
Kia Motier Quinn has 3 children.
All the kids are running around, and especially my middle child, she's really developed a keen sense of wanting to play, and it's joyful, it's bliss.
And that's created the hope that every autistic child could recover.
They can be mild, moderate, severe, and they can still do really well growing through the treatment process.
And it's created another hope too, one parents could only dream of, that their child could lose their diagnosis of autism altogether, could even be cured.
I'd say 50 to 60% of the children, within 3 months, we can start to see elements of where they're losing their autistic traits or they're losing their autism. So that's enough motivation for most parents to keep going.
But there's a gamble, a risk of false hope. Clack is careful to stress there is no one magic bullet Often it will take years of a complex regime of biomedical treatments to see any results. Then there's the cost of trying something like oxygen therapy. $200 for every one of those 40 sessions. That's $8,000, and parents rarely stop there.
How do you manage? This is expensive.
I've refinanced my house 3 times. My house is now doubled what I paid for it. And personal debt is about $70,000 now.
Basically, it's hello, bank.
Yeah.
That's me again.
My best friend.
Yeah.
You wrote something. Can you please read this?
The financial toll is heavy on Anjic too. She gave up her job to devote her time to helping Nicolas. Her retirement savings are almost gone, and her marriage fell apart.
Like if I stop, if I just settle down with whatever treatments we have so far, he's not gonna move anywhere. But I can't wait for science. I don't have time.
This is your last treatment today. I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody.
Anjic isn't sure she can afford to come back here. She's not sure either if there really is a cure. But just the possibility alone keeps her going, even if it means she keeps venturing into the unknown.
Let's go home.
Man, that's gripping stuff. What about the question, though, of false hope?
Well, conventional medicine, leading autism experts say it is false hope because there is no proof. They say often parents are so desperate to see changes in their children, they'll look harder for them, and that sometimes autistic children can have these sudden spurts of development that would have happened anyway. The concern is not that this therapy is dangerous, there are no side effects. The concern from them is that parents are spending so much money on something, that is so unproven. But we were struck, Peter, when we were doing this story at a sense of urgency parents feel, and everyone across the board agrees the window is so small. The earlier you intervene with an autistic child, the better the outcome. And the parents we spoke to say the science is not there, fine. The science may never be there, that's okay. But they couldn't live with themselves if they didn't try something that might have made a difference.
All right. Thanks, Joanna. All right, change of topic. The holiday weekend. It's just